Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Warakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, to you women and children also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel, none of this would even be possible. This lesson is going to be titled The Great Work. The Great Work. All right. So let's start this off in the book of Job, chapter 36 and 24. Remember that thou magnify his work, which men behold. Every man may see it, man may behold it afar off. So the works of the Lord are being magnified. People are seeing it afar off through the internet. And then people within our cities are also seeing it because we're outside in the open. And when people are doing their everyday life activities, they can be driving to work, driving from work. They can be going to the grocery store. They can be running to the ATM. They can be running to a family member or a friend's house. They can be going to some bar or some club or whatever is going on. The work is being magnified. People are seeing it because this is how the Lord set it up. And a lot of people in this world, they don't consider what we're actually doing. We're waking people up because we're in a time where the Lord is finally about to reward the wicked and the righteous. This is that generation, and we understand that fully. So many things show that. It's not even funny, okay? You have men who've been in this truth longer than me who probably question, oh man, we might be here another 7 years, man, secretly, and then giving you inspirational teachings, man. You have men in this truth, okay? They might get views, they might be popular, they might be inspiring, but deep down inside, they ain't right, man, okay? I'm going to just keep it real. But nevertheless, the word itself is reaching the elect. Whether the elect are doing the work or whether some fraud is doing the work, it's all for the glory and the edification of the saints, because the Lord is using wickedness and righteousness to get his word out. Okay? The work is being magnified. You got false camps out there who are teaching that you're an Israelite. You got men who secretly love committing adultery. They're arrogant. They be feeling themselves, giving you a lesson about humility. And it sounds good. But you know what? They're still feeding you the word. And if you be the elect, okay, you are going to benefit off this word. Like, this word is not going out void. This work is being magnified on so many levels. All right? Remember that thou magnify his work which men behold. Every man may see it, man may behold it afar off. So it's not possible for us to just, stop what we're doing and just start traveling the earth to preach this word. This is a different time. So the Lord, he made it to where through this internet, we can post these videos up and it reaches the whole world. Okay? All while being in the same city you lay your head, the same city you may have been raised or born, or whatever the case may be. We don't have to travel the world manually. We're traveling the world automatically through the internet. Okay? And that's what the Lord has set up for us. It was all for the edification of Israel in the first place. So going to James 1:1, the reason why, let me just read this. James, a servant of God and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings. So the 12 tribes have been scattered throughout the whole world. So now the Lord has made it possible where this word is getting out through the internet. So wherever an Israelite may be, if he has access to the internet, and there's even, poor people who have access to the internet today, so it's being made far more accessible now than ever, being the final chapter of the final chapter, the Lord brought back a lot of characters in his movie and put them here at one time. Because now it's time for everybody to receive their just due. And everybody has to hear this word. Everybody has to be accountable before, the Lord brings judgment upon them, because he's a just power. So seeing that our people are everywhere, the internet is allowing people to see it no matter where they are. That's how every man's seeing it afar off. That's how the Lord's work is being magnified. Through us, first and foremost, being allowed to, through the spirit and power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, going out on the highways and teaching the word for others to see, doing sit-down lessons at home. Then the internet takes it and pushes it even further. All right? Which is beautiful, because most of the time when we go out there and teach and people see us in person, they don't even come up to want to hear the message anyway. They probably assume that all we ever talk about is black people, you get this surface level information, and if you're an idiot, it's going to draw you away from this. Not even knowing we go into so many different things. We go into so many different lessons. Okay, and I'm not even bragging, but when you come to this page, for a fact I'm bringing out some scriptures, man. All right? My scripture to talk ratio, all right? The Lord has sharpened me, all right? So, James 1:1, James, a servant of God and of the Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. So all the 12 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all the way down to Issachar. Okay, all the tribes. We've been scattered throughout the whole world. So it's beautiful that the Lord set up the internet to help push this word. And through the internet, our people are being, through the word, okay, and being magnified through the internet, people are being gathered through the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So let's go to Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 36 and 10. Smite and sunder the heavens, or smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen, that say, there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning. So how are the tribes being gathered? Okay, the internet. To take it a step, behind the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is using the internet as an amplifier, to amplify his word, okay? To make it reach in further places. I'm here in Topeka. I'm literally in the middle of Babylon. I'm in the dead center of Babylon, basically, right? I post up a video somewhere far out in the east. Someone can come across this video and find out who the Israelites are. Okay? Now, whether or not they would believe it, that's not up to me to decide. Okay? My job is to push the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai so that the tribes can be gathered through this word. The elect of the tribes. Okay? And the Lord is using the internet to broadcast it to a bigger audience. Okay? Which his elect are among them, and that's what it's all about, okay? It wouldn't, do us any good to even try to travel and preach this word anyway, because most people are not going to listen. Okay? So there's no excuse with the internet. People can be eating a bag of chips, kicking back, laughing, watching our video. But you know what? You heard the message, so it didn't go out void. Gather all the, Ecclesiasticus 36 and 11, gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. So the children of Israel, all right, we're the Lord's people, the Israelites. We give this message to bring in the elect of those people who were called from the beginning, who are scattered throughout the whole earth. So the reason why you see us on the internet, guess what? The internet was made for this whole purpose. You people should be grateful that we exist because we are the reason you have the internet. Okay? The Lord gave this internet to his prophets for him to get his word out. That's what it was all about. Okay? Scriptures tell you how, a lot of truth will come to light. A lot of things that were once hidden would come to light. And the internet is a huge tool that highlights that fact. Okay? Let's go to Baruch 5:5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east. And behold, the children gathered from the west unto the east by the holy word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of God. So that's the great work, man. The tribes are being gathered through the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Seeing that the tribes are scattered throughout the whole earth today, man. We're everywhere. We look like all nations, man. Okay? We come in all flavors, man. But through this word, we're being gathered. That's what happens. That's how the Lord set this up. It's simple, right? So a lot of people who may not agree with the message now, you know what? If they're of the elect, eventually they're going to agree on this side, period. That's just how it goes. Okay? Just like back in the world, my mind wasn't on this. I always had a zeal for the Lord, but my focus was writing lyrics and rapping and making beats. That's all I did, man. That was my life. I'm telling you, that was my life. Okay? When you wake up to this truth, and if the Lord gives you if he gave you the lot of a prophet, just as from the beginning, you become a whole different man once you start prophesying, man. This becomes your life. And our job is to push this word to gather the elect of the nation of Israel throughout the whole world, wherever they may be, so that they can wake back up to get ready for the grand appearance of Yahweh Shai and the destruction of all of our enemies. Okay? And to see our kingdom exalted forever. All right? So here in these last days, people are being gathered by this word. Even many who may talk shit now, that same person may be standing on the streets holding the Bible one day, if that be the Lord's will. Isaiah 29:24. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. So there's a lot of people who may be talking hell against us now. If they be of the elect, the Lord's going to snap them out of it when he's good and ready to do so. And they're going to acknowledge their faults. Okay? But it starts with them hearing this word. This word is what's bringing the end. That's why what we're doing is the great work. It's very important that we keep, maintaining our position, because we've been given a heavy responsibility. All right? Let's go to Philippians 1:23. For I am in a strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Mashiach, which is far better. Nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. And the reason why it's important to be here in the flesh is because we have the great work to do. We have to push this word out to the world so that we can wake up the elect of the nation of Israel, wherever they may be. And even if you wake up one person and that one person told two people, and those two people told one person, and that one person told three people, and those three people told one person, and that one person told seven, regardless, okay? The message is going out, man. And it's all for the edification of the saints, the elect of the nation of Israel. And once the elect of the nation of Israel wake up and are sealed, destruction comes. Okay? We got to go through more temptation and all that, of course. But then our deliverance is right there. Don't you realize we about to be immortals sooner than what you think? Okay? It gets hard, it gets tough, but it's a mental battle. It's only hard and tough when you concentrate on it. And me, I'm the type of person, I do dwell on things. But I also consider that concentrating on something is like a fire, man. What a laser beam is concentrated fire. when your thoughts are so concentrated on something, okay, it's like putting a fire to it, okay? Now, when it comes to our afflictions, you become so caught up in your afflictions to where you might dwell on it, and now your afflictions become a bigger headache for you because they're not they're not making you feel good anyway. It's not a feel good thought. You know, when you concentrate on feelings that aren't necessarily feel good thoughts, you're basically starting a fire is what you're doing. All right, in your mind. All right? So your concentration or your concentrated thought, your concentrated fire, your laser thought, focusing on the negative. Come on, man. But we got to be here. We got work to do. And we almost out of here. We're in the time of the end. We're in the time of finally about to see that crown. Like, man, here it is, man. Like, chariot sightings. Lord showing us all sort of spiritual signs, whether it be in our dreams. I didn't have videos where I done told you things that I've seen with my own eyes. How the Lord has shown me spiritual things, man. And whether or not, people have believed it or not, don't matter. Okay? I don't come on here and lie to y'all, man. That is not my job. It wouldn't even make sense. Okay? Because the Lord put me in a lot to where I got to go through humility. He want me to start from the bottom and work up. I'm presenting you these videos, and without popularity, I'm feeding you this, so why would I need to lie to you? This is all in hopes to wake up the elect, which is not my job to wake up the elect. It's my job to amplify the word, to put the word out there, to present this word to the world. That's it. That's all I can do. And the rest is up to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So, many without, they're going to come to the truth in these last days if they be the elect. And that's why it's important that we keep broadcasting this message. Scriptures tell you in Baruch 5:5 again how we're going to be gathered. Matter of fact, I'll just read it. Baruch 5:5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east, and behold, the children gathered from the west unto the east. So throughout the whole earth, from the west to the east, the whole earth. This ain't speaking from New York to California. This is speaking of from one continent all the way to another continent. We are going to be gathered through the word, okay? But anyways, and behold, the children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of God. And the scriptures also tell you that this is the book of remembrance. So when you wake up to this truth, really you're coming back to something you've already known in your past lives. But now you're coming back to it again in this generation of our reward, finally. Okay, so let's close it there. Again, this is called The Great Work. What we're doing is highly important, and it's highly looked upon in this world as weird. Nevertheless, what the world sees as weird, it pleases the Most High. So, Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shalom.